It won't be like you're not a part of Facebook. You're not a part of Facebook.
My name's on the masthead.
You might want to check again.
Oh, if you already know the answers to your questions, then why ask?
What's the most you ever lost on a coin toss?
I like the way you die, boy.
I don't want to be a product of my environment.
Now answer my question. Were you rushing or were you dragging?
My boy's awake at smile.
What is up, Film Fixation Podcast? I am your host, Jaron Allred. I'm joined here by my co-host, Austin Hyatt. And we are very excited to be talking about Oppenheimer with you guys today. Also, at the end of this podcast, we're going to be doing another draft. We enjoyed the first one so much. We're going to be doing a draft of the actors' films in this movie, all of their filmography. So, big, wide selection of movie. Yep. We're going to be drafting one movie per category.
Per genre, right?
Or yeah, per genre. Yeah, that's what I meant. So like I get one romance movie, he gets one, and should be very fun. So yeah, very excited for that.
I prepped all day for this.
Did you?
No, about an hour and a half though.
Yeah, no, me too.
A lot of working.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it, kind of going back, seeing if I missed anything. So
right.
Yeah, it should be very fun. But before we do that, we're going to talk about Oppenheimer, do a deep dive. So before we do that, though, let's give the film news. Austin, you want to take care of that?
You got it. Not a lot has happened this week other than delays and stuff.
Yeah.
Barbenheimer is still out and swinging.
Mm-hmm.
I think Barbie's passed like 750 million.
Really?
Which is insane. It might be 850 because it surpassed Wonder Woman as the highest grossing movie directed by a woman ever.
Wow.
Which is awesome. Oppenheimer's trailing a little bit behind, but still upwards of like 400, 500 million, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I can check in a second. But
I mean, isn't it going to be like the highest grossing rated R movie of all time?
I think it's on track to do that. Yeah.
Because it wasn't it Deadpool for a bit?
I would say so. That's the only one I would think of.
Yeah, I'm definitely wrong about that. I don't know why I can't believe I remember Deadpool like breaking some record or
right
something. I don't know, but that's awesome.
Yeah, I think it's the highest grossing biopic ever. Already.
Okay.
Something like that. They're both breaking records, which is awesome. Mm-hmm. So still going strong. Let's see. Beyond the Spider-Verse, the sequel or the third installment of the Into the Spider-Verse series is delayed indefinitely due to the strike.
Yeah.
Kraven the Hunter also got moved back.
Got moved back a year, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think anybody's really upset about that.
I'm certainly not. Yeah.
Spider-Man, I mean, we kind of knew it was heading towards being set back anyways, right? Because
before all of this, even before the report came out about working conditions, when we were in the theater and it said March 2024, I was like, whoa, it must be like done then.
Yeah. But they haven't even done the voice work.
No.
Yeah.
So there's no way. We might not get it until like 2025, 2026.
Whew. That's going to be tough.
Which, if it's a great finished product, I'm okay with that. But
yeah. Just ended on such a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
It'd be hard to wait, you know?
It would have been nice, but that's okay. Pee Wee Herman died at 70.
I saw that.
I've never watched Pee Wee's Big Adventure or whatever it's called.
I haven't seen it either. So
he got arrested.
Oh,
you know why he got arrested when he was? I won't say. This is a PG podcast.
Tell me later.
Okay. Look it up if you want to know. Also, Angus Cloud from Euphoria died.
Yeah.
Also very sad.
What happened? Was it
sounded like a mental health, maybe a suicide or something like that. Okay. Because his dad's funeral was like 3 days before he died.
Oh, wow.
And then from the posts of his co-stars, it sounded like
yeah.
That's very sad. And then, like I said, not a ton of news. Wonder Woman 3 is in development.
What? How? I thought they were killing the universe.
I think the universe is already dead, man. Like James Gunn keeping like this is coming from Gal Gadot, so hopefully it's not true. Hopefully she's just out of it.
Yeah.
But if that's staying in and Aquaman 2 is still coming out, like,
yeah. Didn't they cut Aquaman from something? Or no, they cut
Ben Affleck.
Aquaman from Aquaman 2. Okay.
Yeah. So
strange. I don't know. I don't understand the vision.
Yeah, I'm already not with it, man. Take a step back.
I'm glad that you are. Cause
I'm done with comic book. Okay?
Are you?
I watched the first episode of Secret Invasion, the new MCU show.
Yeah.
Wasn't reeled in, and it just finished up, and apparently it was horrible. So
yeah, my family's been watching it, and I've kind of been passing through. I love Emilia Clarke. You know?
Dude, yeah, Samuel L. Don Cheadle, Emilia Clarke, like they got the big names coming back for that series.
Yeah.
And somehow it still didn't work.
Dude, I walked by, I saw Sam L. like making out with a green alien or something.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, really cool. So then I sat down and I watched the whole
thing. Of course, yeah. Yeah.
No, but pretty weird, pretty shocking. But,
yeah.
My brother Zach said he didn't like it. Said not that good.
Oh, wow, then it must.
But he also didn't like There Will Be Blood.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Neither did any of my family, really.
What is good enough for Zach?
I don't know, dude.
Does Zach
like Barbie?
Oh, good.
Yeah. So,
well, there you go.
Something going right.
Okay, well, that's all the film is.
Okay, cool. All right. Get into Oppenheimer, directed by Christopher Nolan. It is starring a buttload of people. I'm going to read a few. Cillian Murphy, Emily Blunt, Matt Damon, Robert Downey Jr., Florence Pugh, Josh Hartnett, Casey Affleck, Rami Malek, Benny Safdie, tons of people, man. Yeah. I'm just trying to read through all these. Alex Wolff. So, cool. That's pretty much all of them.
Jack
Wade.
Dude.
Yep.
Don't forget Jack.
Okay. I'm looking through.
Or Josh Peck.
Yeah, Josh Peck just showed up here. And the last one I wanted to say was Gary Oldman. So, pretty cool. The reviews, very good. It's got a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes critic score and a 91% audience score. On IGN, it's got a 10 out of 10. So, very good there. IMDb, it's in at 8.7. Very good for IMDb. Letterboxd average is a 4.3.
Yeah.
What's Barbie? Barbie should be like
a 4.1 when
it's a 4.1. Yeah, that's what it says. So, okay. We saw this a few weeks ago. We saw it with, went on a little boys trip.
Great
to the movie. Wonderful atmosphere. Great viewing experience. All of, my best friends all together. A couple new people. Wonderful experience and a wonderful movie. I had a great time.
Yeah.
We saw this in IMAX. Was it 35 millimeter screen?
Yeah, it wasn't the true 70 millimeter or whatever, but it was the biggest screen in our area. Yeah, it was worth it. It was great.
Definitely. I can't imagine seeing it on a bigger screen.
I can't.
Double the size.
Well, I think the screen might be the same size. I think. Well, I don't know. I don't know how all that works. We gotta look into
millimeter. I thought I guess I don't know.
Well, when it's saying 70 millimeter, that's the size of the film.
Yeah. But it's supposed to be 70 millimeters, 10 times better picture quality, or whatever. I don't even know how the human eye can take that all in,
Dude, even, oh my gosh. First off, the theater we saw it in, one of just the greatest feelings, we walked in and I couldn't even find you because there were so many people.
Dude.
It was just, and this was a few days after the two movies had come out. This was a Saturday night.
Yeah.
And this theater, just lobby entirely full.
Mm-hmm.
I walked in, turned to my buddy, Zach, and I said, cinema's back, bro. It's back. It was just a great experience. But in the theater itself, I was almost uncomfortable the whole time with how big everything was, how big the explosions were.
Yeah.
Cillian Murphy's effing face just 30 times bigger than me, you know? So yeah, I agree with you.
Scenes where it's just kind of funny seeing that go down with, he's surrounded by hundreds of people. But yeah, I know, dude. I thought the same thing. I was like, I have never seen a theater this busy before.
Yeah.
In my whole life. Like, I couldn't remember an experience like that. So it was wonderful. And pretty much all of us liked it.
Except Zach.
Zach gave it a 1.5. But, you know, it's subjective. People cannot like it or whatever. And I have problems with movies, and I could accept that it's good, but I just don't, you know, get down to it. So what did you think?
Well, so the first time I had just gone on a hike that morning with my buddies, Parker and Jason, and I was super tired. I hadn't slept the night before. And I don't know if it was like the sound balancing because of the IMAX. I couldn't understand a word.
Really?
So I walked away from the first viewing like genuinely impressed by just the beauty of it and the ambition of the story.
Yeah.
But I really didn't understand what I had just seen because I couldn't understand any of the dialogue.
Yeah.
And I think it had to do with me being tired, whatever. Great viewing experience overall. But then that was on Saturday night. On Monday night, I saw it again with my buddy Randy and his wife, and not in IMAX. And I went up to the counter and got like a little subtitle thing put in front of me. Amazing experience.
Really?
So yeah, if you would have asked me walking out the first night, I would have said like, I don't know. I mean, I logged it on Letterboxd, couldn't rate it or write a review.
Yeah.
And then on Monday, 5 out of 5. I loved it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't have the same issue with, I was focusing like really hard to like stay in pace with the movie and try to understand it as it was going along. And sometimes I feel like I would get lost, you know, maybe just stuff I didn't, you know, I would take in a history class in 4 years. So I don't, some of it was a bit of a refresher, you know, and, but I feel like they did a good job of when you get lost, they bring you back up to speed with like a general summary of like what's going on, you know, like Matt Damon will say something quirky or whatever. What are these marbles? Oh, it's uranium or something like that. Was a bad Matt Damon impression, and he did great. Look at the marbles. I didn't know what the marbles were for like half the time.
Okay.
No, and then, you know, somebody said it. I was like, why do they keep adding marbles?
Yeah.
Why are there 2 bowls?
Well, you make a great point about it all bringing you back in, especially the third act.
Yeah.
Is like so beautifully executed. The first time I saw it, I was like, why are we hearing this all again?
Yeah.
This is boring. Second time, they just tie everything back in, explain everything out, and like lay out the timeline perfectly. It's a masterclass in storytelling, that third act.
I'm really glad that you think that way, because I've seen criticisms of this movie saying like, okay, the third act, it becomes like this courtroom drama or whatever. And some people are like, you know, they get tired. It's been 2.5 hours and you kind of just want it to settle down and the movie to finish. You have to go pee or something, you know. But I loved it. I love courtroom movies, you know, like A Few Good Men, Presumed Innocent, you know. I mean, there's a bunch. And I thought it was just, like you said, extremely well executed, just a masterclass. The way that you don't entirely understand, like, Robert Downey Jr.'s motivations, you know, Strauss's motivations most of the time. And then it brings back in, you know, you see him kind of deteriorate into this villain of the story. And you start to understand why he's doing it and what his angle is and what he wants, you know. And then it comes back to bite, you know, pretty much everybody in the movie. And it just felt like, wow, I'm watching history unfold right here. And I was stunned by that part of it.
It was excellent. And everybody I've talked to, every naysayer that either hasn't really seen it or really didn't buy into it, they complain that it's a long movie.
Yeah.
And I'm somebody who likes long movies. I wouldn't necessarily say I'm a fan of courtroom movies, but this movie doesn't work without that last 40 minutes. You know?
Yeah.
That's where it really sticks the landing, I think. I mean, it's a great movie before that. I'm not saying everything before that is bad.
Yeah.
I'm saying that really ties everything together and just puts it over the top.
I know, yeah. I feel like it's more the reason it was made, because you get to the what's it called? What's the experiment called?
The Trinity test?
The Trinity test, yeah. And that's a very climactic moment, you know, just the bomb going off or whatever, everybody's reaction to it. And then he kind of, you see him beginning to like think about the lives that he's responsible for and stuff. But you need that progression that he goes through at the end of the movie to really understand the full magnitude of it. And that's one of the things I just loved about this movie, just the magnitude. You know, like it just forces its message onto you, you know, and you just gotta, you know, sit there and try to enjoy it, you know, the best you can, try to understand it. And I think I'll understand it a lot more and enjoy it more, like as I revisit it and start to understand more things that go on in this movie. But yeah, I mean, Trinity Test was awesome too. That was
it was amazing.
An amazing scene.
I kind of complained about the explosion. I know Nolan is a no CGI type guy and a practical guy. In IMAX, the explosion was insane. Just the sound of it.
Yeah.
There's that big gap from when it actually goes off to when the sound hits everybody where they're at. And when that sound hits you in that IMAX theater, you feel it in your chest.
That was crazy.
Freaking awesome. And as I was thinking more about it, of course, Nolan didn't simulate a nuclear bomb because he wanted to do it practically with dynamite, whatever. But I think that adds to the story, because the story isn't really about the Trinity test. It's not really about what Robert Oppenheimer achieved and how cool and great looking that should be.
Yeah, no.
It's more about like the horrors of what he unleashed and the potential of it.
Yeah.
And so I really liked that. I know maybe it wasn't his intention to make the bomb underwhelming, but I think it lends to the story well.
No, that's a fantastic point. And I think, I mean, one thing that I saw about this movie is that Strauss and Oppenheimer, their relationship kind of mirrors the effects of like nuclear war or whatever, and the race that was going on, because, you know, once one succeeds, like Oppenheimer, it's just going to bring down, you know, himself and Strauss. They just kind of destroy each other's careers, and it's just a no-win situation, which is actually obviously the same with nuclear war, you know?
Yeah. It's called mutually assured destruction in nuclear war.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's a great word for it.
Hey, that's what it is. But yeah, they have to destroy each other. Well, they have to destroy themselves to destroy each other.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So I just love that parallel, that's more what the movie's about, and not, like you said, how awesome the bomb is or whatever. And also, I do feel like this is just like a perfect project for Nolan to work on.
Yeah.
Nobody could have made this story or movie better than Nolan. Just the way that he loves practical effects, you know, spending his budget on just these crazy explosions, and the dialogue. I mean, this is an Aaron Sorkin script we both love him. Social Network script is like top tier. And it's got that same just sleekness as Social Network does. But yeah, you really kind of have to pay attention to it.
Yeah.
Or else you might get lost a bit. But
you don't think the Russo brothers could have done this?
I don't know, man. After Gray Man, maybe. No, dude. The Gray Man, have you seen the effects in that movie?
I saw it. It was bad.
Yeah, it pissed me off so much, dude. I waited up till like midnight to watch that movie when it came out on Netflix, because obviously I love Ryan Gosling, Ana de Armas, and I was like, okay, Russo brothers, like I kind of trust you, you know?
Yeah.
I like Endgame. Endgame's one of my favorites. yeah, major letdown. But this isn't the Gray Man pod. We'll never have that pod. So
we might.
We might.
That'd be a great double feature with Blade Runner 2049. If you watch The Gray Man first,
yeah,
and think Ryan Gosling and Ana de Armas have no chemistry together. This is horrible. And then you watch Blade Runner and you think they're in love, you know?
They are in love.
They are in love. It's real.
You seen those interviews?
Yeah,
you know?
it's real.
She's in love with me.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm Ryan. Okay. Yeah, should we get into the categories?
Let's do it.
Okay. Pardon us if we rush through this, because we just want to get to our draft.
Yeah.
So bad.
Well, before we get into our categories, I just want to say, I think this movie was executed perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was going to be some like fantasization about how cool the dude was that made the deadliest weapon in history.
Yeah.
And I knew from promotions that it was going to be like the psychological thriller and it was going to be deeper than that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it handled the situation with a lot of grace.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of criticism on TikTok and from one of our friends who doesn't listen to this pod, so I can.
So you can say whatever you want. He won't listen.
He said that this film would bring a lot of hate on Asian Americans because it portrayed Japan as like this vicious enemy.
Yeah.
It didn't, you know.
There's not even a single Asian in this movie.
Right.
Well, that doesn't have to do with anything. I just wanted to say that.
Right. But, you know, Japan, obviously, in the context, it has to be portrayed as the enemy. But Oppenheimer is his own enemy, and Strauss is the enemy, you know?
Yeah.
And the situation is dire. I don't know. I just think it was handled very well. Perfectly written script.
Mm-hmm.
Dialogue was fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. I just wanted to say that before we move on. I really liked this movie.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
Okay, great.
I feel like they could have, gone in that direction a little bit, made that mistake, but I do feel like they handled it very gracefully. I mean, Pearl Harbor's like briefly mentioned, you know?
Yeah.
Japan is not portrayed as the enemy, you know? And it even says like, they maybe could have like surrendered soon, you know? And then Oppenheimer has to deal with that and he's conscious of, having built the bomb. And who's the president? Truman kind of is not really in a good light in this.
That's historically accurate.
I know that exact scene.
Oppenheimer a crybaby.
Yeah.
He said that thing about "Don't worry about it, the blood's on my hands."
Mm-hmm.
And
he waved the white flag.
Yeah.
And he said, "Don't let that crybaby back into my office."
Seems like a monster. An excellent performance by Gary Oldman.
Yeah.
I love it.
You didn't know he was going to be in this?
I had no idea.
Yeah.
And even after we walked down on the first viewing, Josh goes, or not Josh, the other one, Zach goes,
yeah.
I can't believe Gary Oldman was in this movie.
Yeah.
He wasn't in this movie. Who was he?
Oh, you didn't know?
No, I couldn't, just the way he changed his voice, just an excellent character actor on top of being just his own thing. But yeah, that was great.
I know. Yeah.
Second time around, it was very obvious that it was him. Whatever.
Okay.
I know Gary.
No, it's okay. I'm sure people make that mistake.
Sure.
So
he's in one of my favorite movies ever, for the record.
Oppenheimer.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
No. Gary Oldman's in one of my favorite movies ever.
So Oppenheimer.
I thought you were, that's the joke I thought you were making.
Okay. Which one? Oh, you can't even tell me because you're gonna pick.
No, I don't think it's on my draft.
Okay.
Could be. Totally could be. But
what is
Dawn
it
of the
then?
Planet of the Apes.
Okay.
For Rise.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna ask you if you were gonna draft that movie.
I could have, dude. It could have hit thriller. It could have hit drama. Could have hit sci-fi.
Action.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Anyway.
See how that goes. I was thinking about it, and maybe I made a decision or something. I don't know.
If you took it, I'm not going to take it, but that's reserved.
Okay. I thought maybe you would, but
no.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Favorite part?
I think either the Trinity test or his very last conversation with Einstein, where it's all like coming to a head.
Mm-hmm.
And Han Solo. I can't remember his name.
Aldrich
Yeah.
Engelbrick or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where he's like, have you ever considered that maybe Oppenheimer didn't say anything about you?
He's talking about something more interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that thing that he says to Einstein about, when I first talked to you, you said that we might start a chain reaction that would destroy the world. I'm afraid we have, or whatever.
Yeah.
And then there's the raindrops on the pond.
Yeah.
Which is how the movie opened, with raindrops on the pond.
Mm-hmm.
And when they're in that kind of war room situation, talking about the Atomic Energy Committee, on that map, you see like the ripples destroying Moscow and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Just think it's so perfectly alluded to throughout the movie, and then that's how it ends. It's beautiful.
Yep.
It's scary.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, what a line.
Yeah.
Like, that was incredible.
Yeah.
That might be the best scene, but I just want to talk about one.
Sure.
When one of our favorite actors of all time showed up, and I had no idea he was going to be in this movie. Casey Affleck.
Yeah.
When he shows up as the guy or whatever, like I don't know.
Some colonel or something.
Yeah. Let me look up his name real
But
quick.
That scene, it goes on for like 5 minutes, where it's bouncing from that conversation to his conversation with Matt Damon back to the kind of hearing that he's having.
Yeah.
And it is so suspenseful.
I
5
know.
to 10 minutes. I was like, the second time I watched it, because I could actually freaking understand what they were saying.
Yeah.
I couldn't breathe, just hold my breath the whole time. That's a wonderful part. That might be my favorite part.
Yeah. So I was thinking the same thing. I was like, so excited. I turned to you. I was like, Casey, it's like, there's our boy.
And the best part was we could tell from the back of his head.
Yeah.
When they started talking, I was like, what?
I know. Dude, so perfect.
Yeah.
And that's one of the best things about this movie is like, we didn't know Casey was going to be in this. We didn't know Gary Oldman was going to be in this. You maybe like heard about the cast a while ago, but I don't feel like Casey or Goldman were ever like mentioned as being in the cast.
There was that one thing of all the headshots that was going around right when this movie was kind of first announced.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember that meme about how Christopher Nolan got all the white actors in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Which obviously is probably historically accurate, but
yeah.
That was the only thing I ever saw, and I didn't see either of them on it, so, or I don't remember.
Yeah, maybe they were keeping it secret. That would make sense. But yeah, just love seeing him, and it's such a great scene.
Yeah.
You know, you don't see Casey in that light, as like a menacing character.
Yeah.
Every time I see him, I just think of like Manchester by the Sea, how brilliant he is in that, and Good Will Hunting, obviously, how funny he is. His range as an actor, I mean, gosh, he just needs to be in more stuff.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And I love, because of Casey Affleck, like, his voice is so soft and not intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
So to cast him in that role, where he's like this sub-villain that represents a real danger to Oppenheimer and his future, I just think that's so perfect.
Yeah.
All of his line delivery was so calm. And
so, I was like, whoa.
It's great.
Boris Pash. That was his name.
Boris
Pash. Yeah.
Okay.
They said like Officer Pash or something. I don't know. But yeah, just like in the build up to that character coming in, and then it turns out to be Casey. That was wonderful. So yeah, is that what we're going to say? Favorite part or the end?
That's a toss up. I mean, again, every little sequence in this movie, almost everyone is executed so perfectly.
Mm-hmm. I really loved Emily Blunt's moment where she shined in the courtroom.
Oof. I didn't like that very much.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Okay. It was just so surprising because she's just this like drunk the whole movie.
That's why I didn't like it.
You didn't? Okay.
Because here's the thing. I've talked about this on this podcast. I don't think Christopher Nolan knows how to write women very well.
That's true.
And it was kind of glaring with her character. I hate when there's a movie about a great man and, not necessarily gender-wise, but when the protagonist is so great and so, just this over-the-top genius, so capable of everything, and then their spouse is just like this whiny thing, like dragging them down. I get that that's essential for some stories.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's how the real woman was, but it bugged me that the whole movie, there was no indication that she was going to be an ally of his.
Yeah.
There was right before the Trinity test or right after, when he confirms to her and he's like bringing the sheets and she's happy for him. It's like the only time in the movie she's happy for him.
Yeah.
And then in the hallway when his lawyer is like, let's just not even have Kitty testify. Like, it could be bad for us.
Mm-hmm.
And Oppenheimer's like, no, she's good for it. We need her, whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't buy it for a second because the whole movie she was portrayed as like
Just a drunk.
just hateful towards him. Yeah.
That's true.
So that climax meant nothing to me,
Okay.
you know, but
That's
if it meant something to you, that's
No,
great.
I guess
I'm
it
not
didn't.
trying to take
I changed my mind. No, but I think it is true. He doesn't know how to write women very well.
Yeah.
Just thinking of his past movies, like Inception, like there's just that Elliot Page
Yeah.
character. Yeah, Elliot Page now. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. But in Prestige, like we've mentioned on this pod before, and that's true. When I saw that scene, though, I'm like, this is such an Oscar moment. And in my head, I was just like locking it in, like, oh, Emily Blunt, like best supporting actress. Now that you now I'm thinking about just all of her other scenes. I'm like, yeah, she doesn't even do anything.
Well, the one I really don't like is when she first goes to New Mexico with him. If we had a category for overacting, I think when they're sitting on the mesa and she gives that like monologue about her first and second husband.
Yeah. How she's just going to leave.
I just didn't like that delivery. I don't know.
Okay. I don't remember that part very well, but
yeah,
didn't stand out, I guess. Yeah. So we'll take that out as a favorite part category, I guess. Let's just say the Casey Affleck.
Okay.
Just because that's so personal to us.
Yeah.
Least favorite part.
I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I guess I don't know.
It was a really great movie.
What about assembling the team? What do you think about that?
I don't like that. That felt a little heisty.
Yeah,
I don't like
a little bit. And then there's one point where he like looks at Josh Peck and he's like, nobody knows quantum theory as well as you, Doctor, whatever.
Right.
I was like, you're looking at like Josh. That's Josh Peck.
Yeah.
In the David Dobrik videos from Drake and Josh. I see TikToks of him sometimes nowadays. That just took me out of it right there.
No, yeah, I agree with you. And that's the problem with such a star-studded cast is sometimes you lose them in their previous roles because of that.
I think it's just him, though. I mean, he's the only one that really bothered me. Like, I liked seeing Roderick from Roderick Rules.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like that. Zach really did not like that.
What? Why?
It's like, why is Roderick in it? That's so stupid.
Oh, my gosh. And that
he's
kid
an actor.
He got is in it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great opportunity for him. I didn't like Josh Peck being there. It's just because he's just so Josh Peck. And I feel like it's funny because Christopher Nolan doesn't really do that well of a background check on his actors and like what films they've been in. He just judges them based on their acting performance.
Right.
Well, so I don't know if he knew that Josh Peck was from like Drake and Josh and all these cringy YouTube videos.
I don't know. He had seen Roderick Rules. So
oh, you know what his favorite movie is, or one of his favorites? Ricky Bobby, Talladega Nights.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Ricky Bobby, yeah. That's just so awesome that he's got an appreciation for like all types of film. So
it's great. Back to that point about not doing a background check on his actors.
Yeah.
When I was going through every single one of the actors' filmography today, that was glaring. Once you get past like the first 10 people that are in it, everybody else who's got like a minor role, some of them have been in like 2 movies.
Yeah.
So their filmography is like some 1.5 star average movie, and then Oppenheimer. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I saw that too. You know what's funny? I heard this fact a while ago. I can't remember if it's true. I'm pretty sure it is. But Christopher Nolan in Dunkirk, when he hired Harry Styles, he didn't know that he was like a part of One Direction in this major pop star. Yeah. I said that to you guys outside the theater, but I think I might have said like Tenet or something, but I got the movie wrong. But no, you haven't seen Dunkirk.
I have.
You have. Okay, that's right. Yeah. We talked about that. But yeah, Harry Styles is in it. He's pretty good.
Yeah, he's not
decent, bad. So it's funny that he's just this pop star, and
there's just no.
He got hired because
I don't
acting
believe that at all.
You don't believe that?
I believe you. I don't believe that.
Okay. Well, I don't know if you should believe me because it's been a while since I heard that. But
like some facts, the casting director like pulled him aside and said, "Hey, this is the biggest star in the world, one of the top 5 stars in the world."
Maybe some small version of it is true. Where like when he got the audition, like
I
maybe
believe
he
it
didn't know.
Christopher Nolan, he's notorious for never using the internet. He still uses a flip phone.
Yeah. So maybe
like he's detached. So I believe it.
Okay. Good. Thank you.
Okay. I believe that part.
We'll look it up after. We'll fact check it.
Somebody knew Harry Styles was a big star in that whole casting.
It just got past everybody. Nobody in the movie.
They were like, "Who is this cast?
So handsome." Okay. All right. So we'll just say that's at least favorite part.
I also
and some people said like during the Trinity test, seeing Josh Peck, he's like he could suppress the freaking
he's great
button, dude, and he's like shaking his hand like really over exaggerated or whatever.
No, I was fine with that. I didn't like the notorious quote that Oppenheimer is like most famous for is "I am become death, the destroyer of worlds."
Yeah.
I didn't like how that was introduced to us with like, Lawrence Fury turning around. What does it say? And then she like hops on his thing.
Yeah.
And like makes him say it.
I thought you would like that.
Well, I loved it. I love the scene. No, I'm like, this is not how it happened. There's no way this is how,
He should have said it in the second sex scene where they're just sitting in chairs opposite each other, kind of having like a breakdown or whatever.
Yeah, that if we had a most relatable scene, that's it for me.
Okay, good.
Grace and I like to sit in our bedroom chairs after doing it.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, in the moment, I didn't like how it was introduced either. I was like, there needs to be, you can't just throw this out there like that in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
I thought they should have just said it in the Trinity test like they did. Because they say it a second time and it doesn't mean as much,
Right.
You're like, oh, we already heard this in the middle of a sex scene.
Yeah, I just want to.
It's so weird to do. Why would she do that? Just
there's no way.
Grab this random book and it ends up being his most famous quote of all time.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. I'd heard that quote before, like in songs, like people sample it. And I didn't know what it came
from. Really?
Yeah. Until this movie. So pretty cool. Okay. Best quote. There's a few.
Okay.
I really liked "Theory will only take you so far."
Yeah, you love that.
I love that. I've said it like, on occasion. And then there's also the end scene, like you said. Do you want to say that one? You know it better.
Something. When I first came to you years ago, you said that we might start a chain reaction that would destroy the world. I fear we have.
Yeah.
I really liked that.
That was really good.
The Theory Will Only Take You So Far is great. And I've been seeing a lot of memes of it on Instagram of, just probably 14-year-olds making these funny memes about Theory Will Only Take You So Far. So I've really liked that one in the following weeks.
Yeah, I just love when he talks about theory. He's like, what do you expect from theory alone?
Yeah.
That was pretty good. I feel like Matt Damon might have a couple. He's pretty he feels like he's kind of in a different movie than the rest of the cast. Like he's kind of like the comic relief or whatever in a way.
Yeah, it's a very weird. If I'm honest, I didn't love Matt Damon in this movie. I didn't love his performance.
I feel like the reason he's acting that way though is to for the people who aren't, like the cinephiles who are there to see it for,
And I saw an interview of him talking about his process, like how close he got to the character that he was portraying, how much he studied him.
Okay.
So maybe there was a reason for him being over the top and stuff like that. I just didn't like the one hallway scene where one of the physicists was like, why would I move down there?
Yeah.
And then he's like, why? Why? No, because this is the most important thing. You know, he's like, whoa, man.
Yeah. That was a little bit too much.
Yeah.
But I feel like, Nolan just told him, like, yeah, just be Matt Damon,
Sure.
Just be entertaining. And that's what he did. But yeah, not a great, like, acting performance, acting-wise, Okay. So best quote, we're going to say theory.
Theory.
Just theory, yeah.
Theory. Just theory.
Okay. Let's see. Life lessons from this movie. Think about your actions.
Yeah.
Yeah. The consequences. The chain reactions.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you can help it, don't make an atomic bomb.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say that's a good one.
That's pretty good. I have to remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of
Write it
people
down.
try to make bombs right now after seeing this movie.
It's true. I know Spencer has. The FBI's investigating him. He just got that other stuff off of him.
Oh my God.
And then he posted on Discord about bomb making, and so they've been tagging this guy.
He's been pretty active on his Discord.
Oh, very.
Late. Yeah. That's crazy. Wish him the best of luck.
Yeah, life lessons. Don't cheat on your significant other, I guess.
Yeah.
Never ends up very well.
That's true. Don't get involved with communists.
Yeah.
Might screw up your security clearance.
Yeah. Yeah, I think chain reactions, consequences for your actions is good.
Yeah. Okay, worst character to hang out with. What do you think? This one might be tough. Everybody's so cool.
I don't know. Benny Safdie's character, Teller.
Yeah.
Like his accent.
He just kind of freaks me out.
Yeah, the way he put that sunscreen on.
Yeah. His face.
Yeah.
Just seems kind of like puffy all the time. And
have you seen Good Time?
Yeah, I love Good Time.
I love it too. He freaked me out in that movie.
Yeah, well, he freaked me out. He's playing a weird character. And that's what I see him as.
Exactly.
I don't see him as a normal human being.
He's just a pretty ugly dude, as is.
It's not like seeing ugly people in movies. It just like bothers me.
It's jarring. He's hard to look at, I'm telling you.
Yeah. So you're gonna say Betty Safdie?
Let's see.
His character Edward Teller.
Yeah.
Maybe Robert Downey. His character.
I don't know. I think Strauss seemed like a dick.
Yeah.
But I think if it's just me and him, he'd be pretty cool. Or he'd be somebody I wanted to like me,
Yeah.
If I'm hanging out with him, I'd kind of change my personality to get him to like me a little bit more, even if he is a dick.
Okay. What about Kitty Oppenheimer?
Yeah. She just drinks all the time and throws stuff at you.
Yeah.
Best hangout, Florence Pugh.
Okay, yeah.
Sure.
Florence Pugh. Oppenheimer wouldn't even really be that good of a hang.
No.
I've heard like stories he tried to strangle a coworker or something like that. Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is, like Matt Damon says, what did he say? Something about, I'll let you know when I meet a humble physicist or whatever. So all these physicists, I feel like they're all a bunch of self-absorbed jerks. I wouldn't want to hang out with them.
Yeah. So just all the physicists in the movie.
Yeah.
We'll just say that. Okay. What scene in the movie would you most want to be there for?
Trinity
test, yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy. What about the closing scene? Just listening to that, or I don't know.
Wait, listening to Albert and...
Yeah. Just as a meme, just say something funny. I don't know. Like, Albert Einstein walks by you, all grim looking. What's his problem? It'd be funny, right?
You wake up on the wrong side of the bed, or
yeah. Someone's gonna think we're serious on
No.
that.
Yeah, Trinity.
Trinity test. Okay, cool. Yeah, I agree. Is this the greatest movie ever?
Could be. Could be. Greatest movie about an atomic bomb?
Yeah. I'd say so. What's another one?
Doctor Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb.
I haven't seen either of those.
It's the same one. It's just a long title.
Oh. That's right. Isn't that a David Lynch? Or no, that's
It's Kubrick.
Gosh, I'm such an
It's
idiot.
good, though.
I love Kubrick. Is it the greatest Nolan movie?
No.
But no.
I don't think so. I think it's the best made one.
Mm.
I like a couple more than this.
Like what?
Want me to rank them for you?
You don't have to rank them, just what's...
I like Interstellar and The Dark Knight.
Okay.
This is better than The Dark Knight.
You think so?
I think so. Purely from like a dialogue and storytelling standpoint?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I rewatched The Dark Knight like a week ago.
Oh, really?
I didn't finish the last 10 minutes, so I didn't log it on Letterboxd, but...
That movie kind of rides on the back of Christian Bale's prowess and Heath Ledger's performance.
Mhm.
But like, Bruce Wayne is such a lamely written character in that
So?
movie. He takes a backseat to the Joker. Anyway,
Yeah. You know,
So
I
I think
agree.
this-
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
better. I think it's
better.
better than Interstellar, too.
I think it objectively it's better.
Mm-hmm.
Tell you what, this is the best of. This might be the best Nolan. I think it's the best biopic ever.
Okay.
Maybe.
The Irishman? You haven't seen that?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, watch that.
Okay.
It's like I don't know. It's probably not a biopic. It's because of the main guy. I think he's not, and it's not entirely accurate. But
Oh,
whatever.
I just watched another Scorsese biopic,
The Aviator.
Raging Bull.
Oh, Raging Bull.
You liked it? I did.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe it could be. All right, most literally me character. Albert Einstein.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, facts about production.
Yeah, no discussion. I think that's good.
Okay,
No, probably Jack Quaid. I feel like a little bit of Huey from The Boys
Yeah,
came through this movie.
you think so? Yeah,
I think I
because when
relate to
he's
Huey a
like
bit.
sitting in the car, he's like, "Oh yeah, the windshield blocks it or whatever."
It's like, no, I don't need it.
Yeah,
That stuff that you do.
Okay, good. I don't really have any facts. I mean, we've just been absorbing tons of information about this movie.
Yeah.
Do you think there's going to be Oscars that are going to be won?
Oh, yeah.
I think it's going
I
to be
think
nominated.
it's going to get nominated for, 12 Oscars.
Yeah,
Like score. We haven't talked about that at all. The music in this movie
fantastic.
is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I've been listening to Ludwig Göransson's Can You Hear the Music on
Mhm.
repeat
Really?
for the last 2 weeks.
Dang. Yeah, he's great. I know
So-
Tristan really loves him too.
Yeah.
I think he's worked with like Childish Gambino for a bit.
Oh, dude, he's like the biggest guy working in music right now.
Wow.
I found out about him from The Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
He did all the original stuff for The Mandalorian, and then I don't know if it was before or after, but he's blown up and works with everybody now.
That Mandalorian score is like iconic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, best actor.
Best actor. I think it's a lock. This might be.
Yeah.
This is like one of the best performances I think of all time because it's a 3-hour long movie, and he's in, almost every scene.
Which is amazing.
It's you ask so much of Killian in this movie, and he just like completely became this character and is so recognizable in this, and I just loved just the way he played it. It was just so masterful for me. So I think he should win. I think Robert Downey Jr. should win Best Supporting Actor. Or, if Ryan Gosling wins it, I'm not going to be mad.
I won't be mad. I hope he at least gets a nod. I hope
He should get
nominated.
nominated.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's so good in Barbie. But this might be a lock for like a lot of awards because if these movies get pushed back to next year, if Dune doesn't come out this year, I don't think there's a contest here for a lot of these Oscar categories.
What about Killers of the Flower Moon?
Yeah, that's true.
But I mean, we don't.
I don't know. I don't think like Leo or De Niro is going to win Best Actor. Maybe De Niro will get like Best Supporting Actor nomination. I don't think he'll beat Robert Downey.
No. Best Picture.
Best Picture, it'll be nominated. It should be. I don't know. Do you think this will win Best Picture?
As if the Oscars were tomorrow, this would win Best Picture.
Yeah, definitely. Across the Spider-Verse should get nominated for Best Picture.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Should we do the draft?
Let's do it.
Oh, dude, I'm so excited.
I'm scared.
Are you nervous? Okay. So, like we said before, one movie per genre. Let me read the genres for you, just so you know what we're picking from. Action, comedy, drama, horror, sci-fi, thriller, mystery, war, western, romance, and animated feature.
So we'll each end up with 11 films.
11 films. We can pick in any order that we want. So if I want to pick my sci-fi movie first, I can go ahead and do that.
You have to say who's in it.
Yeah. You do? Okay.
I think so, right?
Yeah.
The whole reason we're doing this.
No, I did. I said the ones that I didn't just know, I wrote their name down.
Okay.
Next to it. So. Okay. Flip a coin. You want me to
let me flip one.
Okay.
What you want? Heads, tails?
Tails, dude. It worked last time.
It's flipping. Heads.
Dang it,
Eat it.
dude. I'm really nervous.
I don't think I'm going to take the one that you want me to take, though.
That I want you to take?
Well, the one that you're afraid of me taking.
Okay.
Or maybe I will. Huh?
Please don't.
Okay. I'm picking drama first.
Okay, good.
Okay. Maybe I'm
Just kidding.
What if I pick mystery first? Does that change anything?
I don't know, dude. Don't try to read me right now. Please.
Okay, I'm going to do drama first. Matt Damon, Good Will Hunting.
Okay. Yeah, I was willing to, thought maybe I won't get that, but that's okay. Good Will Hunting. Anything you want to say about this film?
One of our favorites.
Mm-hmm.
It's in our intro.
It is.
Casey Affleck in Good Will Hunting. Or no, sorry.
Casey Affleck, Matt Damon. Yeah, I think that's it.
Great film.
Love it. Okay, dude, I'm going to take, for Western, I'm going to take Django Unchained.
Okay.
It's got this guy, James Remar. He plays Henry Stimson in Oppenheimer. So I'm going to take Django. Do you know that was available?
I didn't.
Okay. So,
dude, I'm telling you, I went through everybody's filmography. I didn't see that.
I was very surprised. It was one I think I caught like on the second time.
Okay. It's probably because I already had a Western, or I already had a couple Westerns selected.
Yeah.
So I felt safe and I wasn't looking for it.
What are you going to take for Western now? I only saw one other one, True Grit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And is that Matt Damon?
Yeah.
Matt Damon's filmography is crazy.
I know.
He could have hit like 10 of these categories.
Yeah, we're very lucky he's in this movie.
Yeah. I'll tell you when we get to it.
Okay. All right.
Little boy.
Go for it.
Okay, let's see. Next thing I want to do. Oh, I also, for my... Oh, wait. Once you pick drama, I want to talk about it.
Okay.
I want to steal a sci-fi so bad. I want to take one of yours, one of your favorites ever.
Whatever. Go for it.
No, I don't want to.
There's some good sci-fi ones, so...
Okay. I'm going to go animated picture.
Yeah. Dude.
Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah. That was going to be my second pick.
Really?
Yeah.
Sorry.
But I'm good with the one that's left, so...
Oh, is it Puss in Boots?
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. It's one that you probably missed again.
Dude, shut up. Don't say again.
Because it's the same guy. that's in that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear it.
Now I'm going to take comedy.
Okay.
I'm going to take Superbad.
Who the?
David Krumholtz. He's did you not know that? You didn't know that was available?
No. Dude, okay, so here's what happened.
Okay.
I went through the categories and thought from the top of my head what was obvious, put them down.
Yeah.
Like when I say my comedy, it's going to be obvious.
Yeah.
And then I was blinded to those categories or those genres once I was going through the deep filmography. So I didn't know that was available.
Okay. It's all right.
Dude, that's a pretty strong list already.
Thank you. All right, your pick.
Okay, my pick.
Yeah.
Do I want to do thriller or mystery? I'll do mystery. I'm going to do Zodiac. Robert Downey Jr.
Okay. That's good. Let's see. I'm gonna do romance. And I want to ask you if this is okay.
Okay.
Little Women.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
For our listeners, I went by Letterboxd's genres. So if you go to the genre tab on a movie, I went based off of those on Letterboxd.
Okay.
So that was my first pick for romance.
What did you take for mystery?
For mystery, I took Zodiac.
Zodiac. That's a great one.
Yeah.
Fincher, one of my favorites. And Little Women, fantastic Greta Gerwig film.
Yeah.
I think it's my second favorite of hers.
Of hers?
Yeah.
You like it more than Lady Bird?
No, Lady Bird's number one.
Oh, right. And then Barbie's 3.
Barbie's 3, yeah.
Sure.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. No.
I really like Lady Bird, and I looked at it today, and you gave it like a 4 or something.
It's a 4. I'd have to rewatch it though.
But like Zach gave it like a 1.5 or something, or no, Nick did.
What?
Yeah.
Oh
Nick
yeah, I was
gave
gonna
it
say
1.5.
Zach would not do that with Lady Bird.
Yeah. And then I gave it the highest. I gave it a 4.5. So
Yeah.
I was like,
It's a great film.
yeah, it is.
Also, I rewatched Cha Cha Real Smooth the other night with some friends, Stanton, Parker, and Brooke.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, it's a great film.
Okay.
It's one of Grace's favorites. But the hot girl from Lady Bird, like the hot cool girl that
yeah.
Lady Bird wants to hang out with, is in that. So I was
really?
talking about Lady Bird the other night.
Okay.
My pick.
Yes, it's your pick.
Okay, horror.
Ah.
I'm going Hereditary.
Oh,
Alex Wolff.
okay.
You going Midsommar?
Oh, I figured you would.
I prefer Hereditary, I think.
Really?
Midsommar, I know it's technically a horror,
Yeah.
but Hereditary is more of a horror for me.
Yeah, that's true.
Scarier.
Yeah, that's true. It's more horrific, but I don't know. I thought you just liked Midsummer more as like a film.
I do. It's been a 5 for a while, but I think I bumped it down to a 4.5. I watched it like 3 times in the past 3 months. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of tired of it.
That makes sense. Okay. Dang. This is all right. Dude, I know another one that you missed. It's this guy.
Dude,
He's in three of what? James Remar. But I'm thinking like what category do I want to put this film in? But I can save it now because I know that you don't know this movie. I know you're gonna look it up right now, so never mind.
well, I won't change my pick based off of it, probably.
I don't know. You could.
Remar. I can't even see him on here.
James Remar. 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 What do I want to put this in? Let's see. I'm gonna go.
Wow. Wow, what a filmography.
Right?
Wait, you're saying this guy's in Superbad?
No, Superbad. It's David Krumholtz.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Okay. Gosh, now I have to take it.
Well, I took that last week, so you can have it.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to skip it. I'm going to take The Departed for action.
Okay.
With Matt Damon. Wonderful film. Spencer Silva, our third host of this podcast. That's his favorite film. I showed it to him, and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Very, very good. Wonderful, like one of the best plots, I think, of all time. I just love explaining it. The rat and the mole.
So there's this rat and there's this mole.
And we get a wonderful Leo performance, one of his best.
Right.
Matt Damon. I love Jack Nicholson so much, and he's really over the top in this, but it's still awesome. And Mark Wahlberg, Marky Mark, he's fantastic. Okay, perfect. What did you just take? Sorry.
So you just took The Departed.
Yeah, what did you take before that?
I took Hereditary as horror, I think.
I keep forgetting to write down your picks.
Don't forget it, dude.
We haven't taken anything from the same category.
I know. Okay. Let's see. Well, it's because we're trying to pick first.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't want to take sci-fi because I know where you're going to pick, maybe.
I don't know.
Thriller, I don't have a lot of depth at thriller, so maybe I'll take that.
Okay. What are you going to take?
I'm going to take Good Time.
Okay. Very good.
Benny Safdie, ugly guy.
Thriller.
Great film. That's what got Robert Pattinson his role in The Batman.
Really?
Yeah. Matt Reeves saw it and wanted him.
Wow. That was my number one for thriller. So
no, you know what? It's what got him his role in Tenet. I'm remembering that wrong. Christopher Nolan saw it and saw him as a serious actor. Put him in Tenet.
Oh, okay. That's perfect. I love him so much.
Yeah, isn't that literally you?
Yeah, dude. For real. Well, I'm not Ryan Gosling. I'm Robert Pattinson.
Yeah. In the day, you're Ryan Gosling. At night, you're...
Dude, March 4th, I was Robert Pattinson for like a week, actually. After the Batman came out.
Insane.
Okay. Let's see. I gotta take sci-fi from you. Sci-fi, I'm gonna take Blade Runner 2049. Haha.
Okay.
2049. Wonderful film. Two of our favorite actors. Our favorite actress. Second favorite. I don't know. Maybe your favorite. Ana de Armas.
Not my favorite actress. Not even close.
Okay. Wow. Sorry. One of your favorite people.
Yeah. Number 3 on my top 10 hottest women in the world.
Okay. Perfect. She's on my top 10. Okay.
Who's in Blade Runner?
It is... I didn't write it down.
I know. I saw it too, and I was like, that's too obscure. I'm not even going to take it.
What?
Yeah.
Well, all of mine have been like obscure.
I know. I didn't know you were playing this game.
Of course, dude. Because I figured you would. I was like,
right.
Got to be playing the same game as him. But,
okay.
Sorry.
That's a good pick.
Okay, thank you.
Great pick, dude. No, that was great.
Good.
You keep that up.
I'm glad.
Great.
I appreciate it.
Let's go ahead and do War.
Yeah.
Listen, I was in a Christopher Nolan mindset.
Okay.
So some of these are going to be Christopher Nolan. War, I'm going to do Dunkirk.
You're going to do Dunkirk. Okay.
I could have called an audible and gotten a Full Metal Jacket thanks to your revelation that you gave me before we started recording, but I didn't. I preferred more Dunkirk anyway.
Okay. Very good. Okay, now we've got like all of the categories.
Yeah.
So now it's just kind of whatever you want here. Mystery, I'm going to take Prisoners.
Yep.
And that's what I wanted originally. I had Zodiac as my second for mystery.
Okay. I also had Shutter Island in there. There's another obscure guy.
Yeah, I've got that there too. I might have to take that for thriller.
Okay. Let's do my action movies suck. I just picked superhero movies. I don't know when I think action, I think Michael Bay. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go Western.
Okay.
This is an excellent performance. I knew you were going to take this because you haven't seen it. Casey Affleck, It's amazing in this.
Oh.
The assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford.
Mm-hmm.
Great Western.
Yeah, I need to watch that.
Brad Pitt.
I started it. I didn't finish it.
It's really long.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to write that whole.
Yeah, I said JJ. Assassination of JJ by Spenny.
Okay.
Go on SoundCloud, search JJ by Spenny. One end.
Oh my gosh. Okay. For drama, I'm going to take Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah. Saw that.
Time in Hollywood. Wonderful film. One of my the top 10 favorites.
Wow.
Yeah. So very, very good film. 3 of my favorite actors of all time.
Yeah.
Margot, Brad, and Leo. And
One of
Al
your favorite
Pacino
directors.
just shows up, you know? Dude, I love Al Pacino. Like, I'm getting on a real Al Pacino. Like,
Yeah, I saw you watch Carlito's
Renaissance.
Way the other day.
that I saw what?
Carlito's Way.
Yeah, dude, that's so good. It's such a his performance is so funny in that he's a mobster who's like trying to he gets out of prison and he is like a changed man and he wants to stay clean and stuff and he's so dedicated and it's like really charming and sweet. He's trying to like be clean for this girl that he's wooing. And he narrates the whole thing and he's like there's moments where it just pauses and he just like whispers this poem about something or it's really like it's funny but it's also really good and like more dramatic than you'd think of a mob movie, you know.
Al Pacino, man, what an actor.
He's fantastic. Okay, so your pick?
Yep. Let's do. I've got no depth at romance. That's gonna be my last pick because it's embarrassing.
Do you have like what are your options there? There might be one that you missed, maybe.
You're gonna help me out with this draft.
I don't know. I mean, I don't have anything against you. I feel like I
true.
I
You
feel
won
like
that
I
category
beat you
already.
in the romance category.
Yeah, you already did.
Yeah. I have 2 here as backups.
So I have. This was the only one I could think of,
Mm-hmm.
and this one was hard. I scoured everybody. So if you have something, I need it.
What did you have?
So I had The Great Gatsby,
Yeah.
Jason Clarke.
Okay. Yeah. And then Juno.
Haven't seen it, so that's why.
All right. That's fine.
So I'm not going to make that pick right now.
I
but,
think Gatsby's better anyway. So.
Okay, I'll do The Great Gatsby. That's my pick right now.
Oh, right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Gatsby. Wonderful.
Tobey Maguire, Leo. It doesn't get better than that. Tell you what. I was talking to my friend Kason.
Yeah.
I was rewatching it, and he's like, "Yeah, I just watched the first half and I hate it." I was like, "Dude, what? How do you hate that movie?"
Really?
It's like a 4-star movie for me. I like that movie a lot.
Yeah, dude. I like it too. I mean, I don't.
You don't like Baz Luhrmann though?
No. I don't like Moulin Rouge or. I tried to watch Elvis. I couldn't get through it. But I don't know. Okay. Thriller. Man, this is tough. You took the thriller that I wanted. You know what? Can I say... Can I say Dawn of the Planet of the Apes?
Yeah, I think that's great.
I could take Dark Knight, too.
Yeah. Sicario is also there. Emily Blunt.
Yeah, it's no.
I don't love that
really
movie,
good
but-
movie. I'm either between like Dark Knight, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, or Shutter Island.
Okay.
I don't know which one I like most for my thriller category. You know what? I'm just gonna take Dawn is like my least favorite of the trilogy.
No way.
I like War a lot for the Planet of the Apes. I like the conclusion. But I mean, I love them all so much.
Right.
You know? But
Those are, dude, I was reading.
Jason Clarke is like leading that movie.
Yeah.
I don't think he's like a leading man type.
But in that movie, he does it well.
He was well.
But it's still Andy Serkis's movie,
Yeah.
you know?
That's true. I don't know.
That's great.
You don't like... I thought you would like Dawn of the Planet of the Apes more than Good Time. You know?
I do, but just for whatever reason, I didn't pick it. When I think of a thriller, Good Time comes to my mind, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that's more, if we're publishing this draft out to somebody, I think Good Time's going to win over Dawn.
Yeah.
I was
not
thinking
exactly a thriller. It's more of like an epic.
Dawn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Shutter Island then. Because that's a...
And who's that? Do you even know his name? Because I have that here as well.
What is it?
I didn't write it down. I don't know. His name's Christian in Shutter Island, but I can't remember who that is.
Okay, yeah. I don't remember either.
Anyway.
I only wrote down a few. I wrote down the James Raymar guy. Yeah, like, this is so obscure. I'm going to have to defend this pick, you know, because I don't know if he knows this. So, okay, your last 2 picks.
Action, I'm going to take The Dark Knight.
Okay.
Pretty widely regarded as the greatest superhero movie of all time. I don't agree.
Yeah.
But it's what got me into superhero movies.
I would have been screwing you over if I took Dark Knight just barely then.
Yeah, you would have.
What would you have picked instead after that?
I don't want to tell you.
What?
It's embarrassing, dude.
You could have taken Dawn.
I could have.
Yeah. It would have been solid.
When I thought action, I thought, I don't really watch action movies. Comic book movies are going to be in. So I just picked, it was either going to be Avengers Infinity War, which is a lot of people write that's the best MCU movie.
Yeah, I didn't even write that down.
Robert Downey or Iron Man, which is one of my favorite MCU movies.
Oh, dude, you should have wrote down, Iron Man. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
But a part is a good, that's action, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, I'd say so. Could be drama too, or thriller. Just thriller.
See, that's why I had to go by Letterboxd, is because I couldn't decide for myself, you know?
Yeah. Should have had a crime genre. That'd have been good.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to mention, I can't pick this, but Manchester by the Sea. I wanted to get that on my list, but it's a shame nobody's going to pick it.
That was actually my number 1 for drama, because I was so sure you were going to take Good Will Hunting first. Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to let you have Good Will Hunting so I could take Manchester by the Sea. Then I was like, where do I put Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Yeah.
I can't put it in comedy. It is a comedy too, but I really want it super bad too.
Yeah.
So I thought you'd take that pretty quick, but you didn't know about it. So, okay, my pick? Yep, it's my pick.
Yes.
Yeah. War, I'm going to take Saving Private Ryan.
I haven't seen that.
It's like widely known as
you.
kind of the best war movie of all time.
Yeah.
And I really like it. Matt Damon. He's in it. That's the guy. So, wonderful film. I did a report. I wrote a whole thing analyzing this movie in my film class in college.
Oh, nice.
So, very cool. All right. Your pick?
Kind of expert, I guess.
Yeah, so I'm kind of the expert on that movie.
Okay.
You got comedy and sci-fi.
I like these movies probably equally for comedy. But I'm just going to go with the higher rated one on Letterboxd, which is The Nice Guys. You know who's in that?
Yeah. No.
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, as the dead body.
As a dead body.
Yeah. I have
no speaking lines.
Guys on here too. You're not going to take Tropic Thunder?
I like Tropic Thunder a lot, but it's at a 3.5. The Nice Guys is at a 3.8.
Well, that's just review bombing.
You know, if we're going performances, let's do Tropic Thunder. I'm going to do Tropic Thunder.
Okay.
Because Robert Downey Jr.'s is hilarious.
Yeah.
Couldn't be made today, you know? We don't
that's
promote
more
blackface.
Like comedy pick. You know, I've got Superbad, you got Tropic Thunder. That's solid. That's a solid, battle right there.
That could have been my war movie.
Yeah, that's true. You could have. Okay, horror, I'm going to take Midsummer, which is what I wanted.
Okay.
As my first pick too. I thought you were gonna be, because you didn't like Hereditary that much. I was like, oh, I'm gonna stick with Hereditary.
I did a lot. I think it's.
You just think it's scared.
Yeah, it's just not very scary.
Yeah.
But when I think of a horror movie, I think Hereditary is the more, neither of them scared me.
Yeah.
Hereditary is more, I think of that story of Forrest and Spencer sneaking up on you for saying they were at McDonald's, and I get scared, dude. I get goosebumps.
Dude.
So
that was like,
scary movie for me.
It was the scariest thing I'd seen up until that point. So it really got to me. And I was like explaining to them the plot, like just hovering over their room. They're both in their bunk beds or whatever.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, dude. And then King Paimon shows up, and there's this, I don't want to spoil it, right? The movie,
right.
But the ending images are pretty shocking.
Yeah.
And I was like getting chills, like even explaining it and stuff. So scary movie. Okay. So it's your pick?
Yeah, it's my pick.
You got sci-fi.
Then you have a final pick, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go Christopher Nolan.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful film. I wanted to take The Martian.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to take that. That's a pretty strong connection.
Yeah.
Either way, it's Matt Damon in space. So Interstellar is what I'm going to take.
Okay.
I prefer that one.
I would have taken The Martian if you would have taken Blade Runner. I think I like it. I just like that film a lot.
Yeah, you really do.
Yeah. I was talking about it the other day with you. Okay, then animated. My guy James Remar saved me with this one.
Right?
He's in Ratatouille.
Okay.
And Ratatouille, was like my favorite animated movie of all time.
Man, I thought you were going to go Puss in Boots: The Last Wish with Florence Pugh.
No, I like Ratatouille more. So it's a 5-star. It's a 5-star for me.
I think if you rewatched
You
them,
can cook. Nah, dude. Don't
really?
question my love for Ratatouille.
on my cruise that I was just on, they were showing Puss in Boots and The Last Wish.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched like 30 minutes of it. Just it's a funny movie, man.
I really like it too. Yeah,
Ratatouille just doesn't make me laugh.
What? Well, it's it's very personal story.
Yeah, it's touching. The nostalgia's there
in
for me.
Paris, like cooking,
Yeah.
And
have you been to Paris?
No.
You should go, man. It's nice.
Yeah, okay.
It's lovely this time of year.
Whatever. I'm sure. Okay, dude. That's it. That's our draft.
So I'll go through my list. You go through your list.
Okay.
For action, I have The Dark Knight, comedy, Tropic Thunder, drama, Good Will Hunting, horror, Hereditary, sci-fi, Interstellar, thriller, Good Time, mystery, Zodiac, war, Dunkirk, western, The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford, romance, The Great Gatsby, and animated movie, Across the Spider-Verse.
Okay. Solid. For me, I've got action, The Departed. Comedy, I've got Super Bad. Drama, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Horror, Midsummer. Sci-fi, Blade Runner 2049. For my thriller, Shutter Island. For my mystery, Prisoners, War, Saving Private Ryan. Western, Django Unchained. Romance, Little Women. An animated movie, Ratatouille.
I think you won.
Yeah, I think I blew you out of the water.
Yeah.
Let's just go through it real quick and say which category beats the other one. Okay.
Well, I want to say actors too.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just so action, you win.
Okay,
maybe.
Yeah.
That's
so I win for The Departed
with Matt Damon.
In our view, I guess.
Yeah, in our view, for sure.
But
worldview, maybe not.
Maybe people like The Dark Knight more than The Departed.
I was listening to the rewatchables about The Departed, and they like it a lot, but
they do, yeah.
They
want Best Picture,
and silly it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Martin Scorsese's first and only Oscar for Best Picture. Comedy, I won again.
Yeah. For who?
Super Bad.
No, let's hear an actor.
Oh.
I want the people to know, which is fine. It's that you chose the obscure actors. I just want the people to know.
David Krumholtz.
And I chose Tropic Thunder with Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on.
It's cool.
Yeah. Well,
This is film. Okay. Well,
this is it. This
not
is
about
it.
the actor.
I'm just saying it's. Yeah. Go ahead.
Drama. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood versus Good Will Hunting. I think.
Yeah.
It's a toss up.
That's really close.
Yeah. You probably won. We'll say that.
For us, well, I don't even know. That's really close.
It is.
But totally different movies.
In our opinion, I don't know. I mean, we've done Good Will Hunting on this pod.
Yeah.
One of our favorite movies of all
We
time.
will do Once Upon a Time in Hollywood sometime.
Definitely.
Maybe in the next few weeks because it's pretty slow after this. We'll probably do Talk to Me next week.
Yeah. Why don't I'll give you this one just
okay.
I'll take because I think I've
Matt Damon.
most of these. Yeah.
Matt Damon's in this.
Okay. James Raymar. What's our relationship?
Sure. Okay.
Horror, Midsummer versus Hereditary. What do we think?
Personally, I think Hereditary wins.
I think Midsummer wins.
Perfect.
We'll say
Why
equal.
we chose them.
We'll say equal. They block each other out.
Right.
How about that? Unless you want the win. Do you want it?
No. That's
You got the first pick on that. Sci-fi Blade Runner 2049 versus Interstellar.
Yeah.
What do we think?
I think Blade Runner.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Interstellar.
If you ask a lot of people, they'll say Interstellar. There's some like serious Interstellar fans out there.
Yeah, like Nick.
Yeah.
It's one of his favorite movies.
Nick, Zach, he likes it too. Okay. Thriller, Shutter Island versus Good Time.
I prefer Shutter Island.
You do?
Yeah.
Why don't you pick it?
Because again, dude, I just thought if the actor was more obvious, it was like a lock.
Yeah.
Like I feel like a Benny Safdie main character in both movies,
Yeah.
or almost main character in Oppenheimer, trumps like a guy who plays a nobody in both movies.
Yeah. You want to switch?
That was my thing.
I'll offer you a trade.
Draft night trade.
Yeah.
What are you trading me? Shutter Island. What do you get from me?
I get Good Time.
I'll keep it. If you want it, I'll keep it.
I get Good Time and Zodiac, and you get Shutter Island.
And you keep Prisoners?
Just kidding. Just practicing for fantasy football.
Yeah, we got to get into it.
Yeah. Okay, so I win. Okay, Mystery, Prisoners, or Zodiac? What do we think?
It's tough.
I love Prisoners a lot.
Yeah.
I figured you would take that over Zodiac.
Again, it's the same
thing. Well, it's a bigger part. It's that guy, you know,
right?
The guy who plays the killer or whatever in Prisoners. He's not actually. I don't know.
One of the.
I'm not going to spoil Prisoners.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't explain it right just now, but
I think Prisoners wins.
Yeah, I think so too.
War, Dunkirk versus Saving Private Ryan. I think that's a pretty obvious win for you.
Thank you. Western, Django Unchained.
Django Unchained, yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite movies ever.
I know.
And I'm also suffering from recency bias. Most of these movies I've seen this year, like 3, 4 of them, 5 of them.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Django at all this year. I haven't rewatched it.
Dude, remember when we met, or we didn't meet in film class, but that we didn't know each other that well. We sat down and we were talking about like nominating films or whatever for like our table, and you said Django, and I was like, dude, I just watched that like last night, and I literally had just watched it last night, and I loved it. And you thought I was like joking with you.
Yeah.
You didn't know whether or not to take me seriously.
Yeah, I still don't. At this point in my life, we've been friends for like 8 years now.
Yeah.
Still don't know.
Yeah. I don't make it that obvious sometimes. But no, I still remember that for some reason. Because I'm just glad you do. Why didn't this guy believe me? Okay. Romance. I think Little Women versus Gatsby.
More people have seen The Great Gatsby and like it.
Really?
I think Little Women is objectively a better movie.
Okay.
With better performances and everything. I like the cast of The Great Gatsby a lot more, though.
Do you want this one?
I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll give you this one. Even though, like, I was never going to pick Gatsby.
Yeah.
Across the Spider-Verse versus Ratatouille. I'll give you this one too.
Yeah.
I think this is pretty safe to say. Okay, so you won 3.
We're 1-8.
Yeah. But
That's great.
let's, maybe maybe Zodiac is better than Prisoners.
Yeah.
And Time is, I think, a better thriller than Shutter Island.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you Good Time just because, that's what I was going to pick, and you got it, and I don't know.
Well, we'll let the fans decide.
We'll let the fans decide, yeah. Comment down below.
Fans, keep in mind the weighting of this. Keep in mind the weight of an actor in a main
No,
role
don't do
in
that.
both movies.
James Remar, think of his amazing performance in Oppenheimer and how memorable that was.
Yeah.
That scene that he was in.
Yeah.
That might have been my favorite part of the
What did he say in that scene again?
What did he say? He's like, I am death or something.
Yeah. Oh, wait, he was he was Oppenheimer's mistress, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
I am become death. I don't know. Yeah, something like that. Pretty good. So, also this movie references Heisenberg, Breaking Bad.
Yeah. I can't believe they
I know.
have the foresight to know that Walter
dude,
White was
Breaking Bad wasn't even out for years.
Yeah.
I know when this movie was taking place.
It's just crazy.
I know. So, dude, Bryan Cranston should have been in this. That'd have been.
He was too busy with Asteroid City, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's true. Dang. All right. That's pretty much it then. We'll just let us know, guys. Text us or whatever, or comment, email us, whatever. Comment who won. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. So, perfect. Okay. All right. We love you guys. Thank you so much for listening. We really appreciate it. Thanks for fixating on film with us, you fixators.